This video will help you visually identify scholarly articles and understand their component parts. Scholarly articles in different disciplines tend to follow similar structures. Knowing the structures makes them easier to read and understand. Most articles have an abstract at the top. The abstract is a short summary of the article. Read this before diving into 20 pages of nuanced analysis and dry writing. Next comes the introduction. The introduction gives some initial context for why the research occurred in the first place. This may also briefly give a history of the topic. Many articles will have a literature review. This section of the article explains the relevant pre-existing research on the topic and maybe reconciles any conflicts between papers. This helps the reader fully understand why this research is unique. Most scholarly articles have a methods section. Depending on the discipline, the methods will tell you how the researcher gathered his data, how she conducted her experiment, or how they used a theoretical framework to analyze literature or historical events. It is very important for transparency for scholars to discuss their process. The results section is, well, the results of the research. This explains what happened. If data is a result of the research, it will be here in table form or possibly linked at the end of the article as an appendix. There may be images, but usually these are limited. Following the results section is the discussion. The discussion examines the results more broadly, and it may bring in outside research to give a holistic view. The discussion adds further context to the results of the research. The conclusion, if there is one, wraps up the author's thoughts and points to future areas of research. Sometimes the discussion takes care of these points. At the end of every peer-reviewed scholarly article is a long list of references or citations. Part of scholarly research is carefully building your work on existing knowledge. Even simple experiments require a lot of reading and understanding. Scholarly writing is written based on the idea that the audience already has a background understanding of the topic. That said, I find academic writing pretty dry and hard to read, even in topics where I already have expertise. When I get a research article, I like to read the different parts of it out of order. I start with the abstract and introduction, and then I skip to the results and the discussion. And then I start over again at the beginning. It really helps to get the main points of what the authors are trying to communicate first, so I have an idea of where the research is supposed to go.